Hello, this is Nick Muldoon, student number 01297, or AIPC 012979, and this is Prac 6A. Hey Christine, how are you?
Not great.
Not great. Alright, well look, welcome back. You want to tell me what's going on?
My life is over.
Your life is over. Alright, why is it over?
I don't know how to say it.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you've been here before.
Yep.
Why don't you take your time? What's going on?
We were working things out, and now Michael is abruptly left me.
Okay. When did this happen?
Earlier in the week.
Earlier in the week?
Yep.
Okay. How are you feeling?
Not very good.
Not very good? Okay. You want to tell me what happened?
When I came home one night, he was packed, bags packed, and said that it's just not working, and left.
Just left.
Yep. That's it.
So, after all the hard work you've been putting in, he's just left you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. How are you coping?
I haven't been to work.
Alright. And what have you been doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay, that's alright. I guess then it's quite, when these things happen, it's rough. A lot of things go through your head. So, you haven't gone to work, you've been chatting to anyone, or?
I haven't told anyone.
Okay, so you haven't told anyone?
First time I've been out of the house.
First time you've been out of the house. Alright, well, I'm happy you came to see me. I'm happy you had a chat to me. And this is, I'm happy to listen and chat to you. So, you seem, listening to you, it sounds like you're going through a really tough time. You know as well, you seem off, you seem really down. Look, can I say of you, how are your thoughts?
A bit muddled.
A bit muddled? Okay. Have you had any thoughts of hurting yourself?
Maybe a little bit.
A little?
A little.
Okay, that's fine. Christine, you've been with me many times. I see lots of people. Alright. You're not alone with this. And this sort of stuff happens. Okay? I think you feel quite confident or comfortable talking to me.
Yep.
Okay, I want you to know that I'm not judging. And we'll go through these periods. Alright? Do you mind if I ask you a couple more questions about this sort of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? About the harm, the thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, alright. You said a couple of times. How often are you thinking this?
Like maybe only twice.
Okay. Just twice?
Yeah.
Alright. That's fine. Have you had any previous history with this sort of stuff? No?
Never before.
Never before. Okay. That's not a problem.
Before.
Can you tell me about those thoughts?
I don't think about actually hurting myself. I just more about not being in pain.
Okay. So I suppose you haven't made any plans to do anything like that?
No.
Are you going to tell me how you would hurt yourself?
I haven't really thought.
Okay. So it's just what you're telling me, it sounds like it's really about the pain. You just want to stop the pain?
Yeah.
And it just sounds like a good idea. Okay. Alright. Well, is there any reason, what happened to you, can I ask? hurt yourself?
I don't want to actually hurt myself.
Okay.
Like, I know it would upset my family,
Mhm.
and I know that it's going to feel better eventually.
Mhm.
But it's really hard to see that.
And as I said, there's no judgment here. We've spoken about it a lot. You've gone through a really tough time, and you've gone through it. It's been tough. All right. So, who have you got? Have you got some friends? What's your support network like?
My mum and my sister I'm pretty
Mhm.
close with,
Yeah.
and my best friend.
And your friends? So you've got
Yeah.
family and friends around?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That sounds really good. Have you reached out to them yet?
Mm.
No? Why not?
Oh, too embarrassed to.
Why are you too embarrassed?
I feel like they're gonna judge me and blame me, or just feel ashamed.
You feel ashamed.
Mm.
Do you think that's fair on yourself?
Probably not.
It's okay. You let it out.
Mm.
I mean, if you really thought about it,
Mm.
what do you think your mum would say?
She probably just tell me she loves me, but it's not my fault.
Yeah. I think it's, probably now's a really good time to, I think you need some, whenever you go through times like this, you really do need some, like a shoulder to be on. You said you got friends and family. Have you thought about maybe reaching out to them?
I think that I could try.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Who would you like to? I mean, why don't we make up a plan? Because you're in a bad spot.
Yeah.
You told me, and I want to help you get there. So, what could we do? Maybe after this meeting, I'll help you through this.
Maybe I could tell my sister, and then she could help me tell my mum.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you think you're closer with your sister?
Yeah, it feels less scary to tell her first.
Okay. So you reckon how would you do that? Would you go to her place, or you want to call her?
Maybe
or?
I could call her.
Mm-hmm. What do you reckon? When do you reckon you'd do that?
Probably tonight.
Tonight? Okay. That's good. Do you think it might be a good idea to, I don't know, why tonight?
Just to get on with it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to suggest maybe, why not after the meeting?
Yeah.
I mean, if you said you're not going to work at the
No.
moment. I mean, what are you doing at home at the moment?
Sleeping, crying, drinking.
No? So, I mean, look, it is definitely one way to manage it. Not the best, and we've all been there. If you've got the time off, why not you go? How does that, I mean, like maybe after the meeting or a bit earlier than tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, what else? What other options do you think you have, Christine?
I could go see my best friend.
Yeah?
I think just one person at a time.
One person
They
at a
can
time?
help me
Okay.
talk to the other people.
Alright. So it sounds like you want to do it, but in your time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, well, we've got a few options. So you got your best friend or your sister. Sister sounds like she could help you. Chat to your mum. You feel comfortable talking to your sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be able to help me say it to other people, so I don't have to keep repeating it.
Yeah. Sure. And I think that maybe is not a bad idea. Okay. Well, that probably sounds like a good idea. I mean, you're going through it at the moment. So what do you think you'll do? You'll call the sister?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, why don't we make a plan. Tell me what you want to do after this meeting.
I want to tell somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone could come and stay with me for a little while.
Okay. Alright. So maybe who will you call? I want you to confirm for me.
I'm gonna call my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, talk to Mum.
Okay. So if I'm confirming this right from what you told me, we'll call your sister, have a chat to your mum. At least you've got somebody there. You've got someone to rely on. We'll go from there. Okay, perfect. All right. Is there any reason why you think you wouldn't do that?
I think maybe doing it straight away is a good idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Not a problem. Sounds good. No. So just one more time, just so I can write it down even. What are we going to do?
Call my sister straight away, and then we'll talk to Mum together.
Okay, sounds good. Alright. Can you make a promise to me?
Yeah.
Okay. If these thoughts keep popping up, I want you to get in contact with someone ASAP. Alright? I'm available for you in these appointments, and when I speak to you in these appointments, I'll always be here. But it's just a bit hard to get you outside of the appointments, okay? So I want to make sure that if you're in trouble and you can't get in touch with me, that you can get in contact with someone as well. Yeah? So I'm going to give you this card.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's a number on there. If you ever feel like it pops up again, and you feel like you're having trouble holding out, that's a great number to contact. But you've told me you've also got some supports. Who are?
Sister.
Yep.
My best friend.
Perfect. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go with that. And then, look, I'll keep in touch with you. We'll organise another appointment and we'll go from there. Okay. Alright?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright. Thanks. Hi, we're just doing the review now on the practical. So, the information that would need to be recorded in my notes. I think it's very important that I discuss in my notes the situation that Christine was in that after our work that her partner had left her and she was spending a lot of time by herself. I would put down the fact that she hinted at suicidal ideations and that I went through an assessment with her. I would write the questions and the responses and also my assessment of her. In this case, it was only mild. I based that on the fact that it was only 2 thoughts and it was about the pain. It was not about ending her life. No plans were made and she just needed some support. As for interventions, I would have put down that we discussed options about how she could get support as well. And if she had an emergency, where she could reach out. If Christine's assessment was higher, it does depend on her levels as to what I would do. So the policy for the imaginary agency had a really good outline as to what to do. So if she was medium, we would be setting her up to go to a mental health professional pretty much straight away, and I would advise my supervisor to make sure I've done the right things. If it was severe or high, I basically would not leave her alone. So in that case, I would get in contact with a mental health support person as part of the agency and make sure someone's able to look after her. that wasn't available, I would have to also basically contact 000 or get an ambulance, which is 000 anyway. But I think the main thing is we have to organise something straight away, and I can't leave her alone until that's sorted out. In regards to the reflection, quite triggering, I gotta say. This is a good one. I think there's a few things there that both me and my partner, we've all ticked off our boxes at some point. I had somebody with suicidal ideations once in a previous career threaten their life over the phone, and I think it was that may have motivated me to change careers and maybe follow this line of work. So, strangely enough, I did keep them on the line, and I tried to talk about options, and that was just a natural instinct. So it's interesting after reading all the theory that that's kind of what you do, but you have a lot more support. Yeah, so, sorry, I suppose it's also important that I would make sure I get the right support as well, if there was a higher level of risk. Also, so what did I think went well? I think it was quite intense. I made sure that my partner was feeling okay before she started, and we could cancel it or stop it at any point. I think it flowed quite well. I used a lot of counselling skills to open up the conversation and find out, how she was feeling. I thought the assessment was interesting as well, how that works. I found that interesting. I think it's one thing to learn it and then try it out another. It's something. It's good to see how it works basically, and I think I did it well. I think it flowed nicely as well. Yeah, I think this is probably one of those things that I've always wanted to develop my skills on, in case I came across a situation like this where my empathetic nature is maybe to hang on. I'm doing a lot of work outside of study in regards to putting up boundaries, just in life and at work, so I can become a better counsellor. So this is something that's really important to me, and I think in the recording as well, I kind of put up boundaries at the same time. They were soft in that I wasn't nasty, but I really wanted to enforce the fact that I'm not available 24/7. Every time you have bad thoughts, there are ways that you can help, but I'm able to help manage them when I'm there with her. So yeah, I thought it was a good prac, interesting. Yeah, thank you.